still got the tape on it.
Yeah, but how many games has that cat had?
That one? Oh, it's pretty close to probably 200 altogether.
Fuck. That's a lot.
That's prems and seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More to come?
Hey?
More to come?
More to come. Don't know if the body can take that.
How was the Achilles?
Oh, the Achilles. So, which one? Both?
So you've done them both,
Yeah, I've done both.
Which one was more recent?
Oh, the right one. I had surgery on that one.
Yeah.
That was the old boys game. That.
Fuck, that was hard. That was hard to watch. That was hard to watch.
Yeah.
So is that fully functional now?
Oh, I'd say 70%. It's a lot of scar tissue around it.
And that's what? How long ago? That a year and a half?
No, it's longer now. It was 2021.
Fuck.
End of 2021.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's wild. Do they have like a time frame for it to be like 100, or will it ever get to 100?
Well, they've always said it takes a year after it happens.
Yeah.
After it takes a year to get fully functional, but since I've called quits, it was haven't really should be doing more.
Yeah.
So it's a bit so it's not quite there. So just it's a lot of scar tissue up the sides. It's a bit swollen.
Right.
Yeah.
So does that affect you in day to day?
Building sites, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Going up and down scaffold.
Yeah, it's tough
does.
work. But we're going to have to get you out of retirement at some point, surely. Sure, even just for the occasional T20.
Yeah.
Boys are never fully retired, are they?
Oh, have to try and get the stars aligned. We'll try, there's a few requests this season.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there was a few requests floating about.
Yeah.
From Groxy and Benny, so... But just trying to get the stars aligned.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so fuck, you haven't played since that day at Old Boys then?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And did you have Henry at that point?
No, it's before.
No, before
it was a few months before.
Right.
Yeah.
It was kind of good timing in a way then, I guess, right? Like you don't have to officially retire. You're like,
Yeah. Oh, it was this year. It was all, I was umming and ahhing about it. This go, it's either was before Bob, year before that really sealed the deal, my leg, but that was tossing up between either just if I kept on playing with Henry, study and work, just to scale back to seconds and just maybe train once a week or something like that. But it's this year that really put the nail in the coffin, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean it's always going to be hard when guys start having kids to keep playing when not only Tuesday, Thursdays, but a whole Saturday is gone. And if you're working full time, don't see the family, buddy. What, you see them a couple hours at night and briefly in the morning.
Yeah, still doing a few hours study, or trying to get back into it as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How's being a father?
Something new every day. Something new every day. Yeah, Henry's coming up 2. Then got number 2 on the way. July.
July.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you know if it's a boy or girl?
Yeah, it's a boy. Yeah,
Another
I
boy?
can say that. Yeah. Another boy. Another boy on the way. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be he's due in July, so will we playmate for Henry?
Nice. Yeah, that'll be good, eh? Yeah, fuck, that'll be full on though. Real full on. Yeah, you never really realise, like, when you don't have kids how full on it is, and then you go do some babysitting or something, you're like, oh, that was fun for the first couple of hours, and you're like, oh, time for a break.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
Yeah, can't do that. So.
Although cricket's a great excuse for that. You're like, sorry, love, I've got cricket on Saturdays. Yeah. So, did you have you always played your cricket at East?
Yep, always through. Well, since we always from Christchurch, that moved out to Wellington with Dad's work for a couple of years, but that was well before I was 5. But when we came back from when Dad moved back down to Christchurch for work, moved over to Queensbury Street. Yeah, just over here.
Yeah.
Just over in just by Brewood, like walking distance. Then his dad's always been a Sydenham man.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was always been a Sydenham man. Yeah, police cricket and police rugby. Yeah. That's where he knew, and since we moved over there, he just he keeps telling me the story that he just wandered over to Burwood just to get involved, or to get my older brother Matthew signed up to play. Then Nev Lyons was the coach down here at the time. Nev has always been, when Dad was at Sydenham, Nev was at Sydenham.
Right.
So and Nevy, old Chook, we used to call him, yes, this was coaching the Prem side at East. So that's where they saw each other, and Dad was in charge of junior coaching ever since. Yeah, all the way through. So underneath Bill Duncan, and then when Bill when Bill moved on, Dad and Hank took over. Ruben's old man.
Oh, yeah.
Stoffers.
Yeah.
Took over doing all the what Paul Cotham's doing now.
Right, yeah, see, I don't know too much about like the history of the club outside of when I came, 5 years ago. But no, yeah.
Yeah, so I've had probably a good 25 years plus part of the club.
Yeah, that's
all
awesome,
the way through, yeah. And so I was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And John Grocott, Dave's old man, was the Kiwi kids coach. Yeah.
Yeah, massive involvement, that family.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's a big commitment. How long's Croaks been coach for?
Dave,
yeah.
Prem's coach. Took over from Nev, so when was that? No, 2017? 2018. Honestly, 5-6 years now.
Yeah, well, he was coach when I came, so
yeah,
that's at least
5.
A
year before you. I'd say 6. Good 6 now. Yeah, I think. Sorry, Groks.
That's a long time, eh? A long time.
Yeah.
How good the toes finally getting promoted.
Mate, monkey off the back. Fuck, we've all been there. We've all had a go at it. Just come ever so close.
I know. It was
like
hard work.
I had to go at skippering it, and you did as well. Yeah, always just coming a couple points close at the end of the season. Yeah.
I think the season I got here, the season before, they must have been relegated. So my first year was the first year trying to get back.
Yeah, trying to get back in.
And we had a stacked team.
It was stacked, yeah.
We had a stacked team.
That's what we call Mother Cricket.
I don't know how we didn't do it that year. Yeah. But no, that'll be bloody good for them to finally be there.
Yeah. Are the English guys coming back? Probably not, eh?
I dare say Rob won't.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah.
It's been tough for him, I think, not bowling.
Yep.
And then, if you're not bowling, you're struggling to score runs. It's tough work, isn't it?
It's a long season.
Yeah. I think Smidge has enjoyed it. He's been great value for the Prems, just to have a good keeper for the first time. I mean, it was either me or Hampo if he wasn't here, so shit, that would have been a long season for the bowlers. But nah, don't know what will happen there. But I think this is the first time we've had overseas players since I've been here, and it's been great value. I think the season before I came.
No, we've always had a couple on that exchange program through Metro. I think it's been a while.
Yeah,
it has been a while.
I don't think
it was actually longer than I thought.
Yeah, in my time. No, so that'd been great value. And I think it's just key, like when we've always got guys away, just to have those solid, like 2 or 3 guys who are going to be there every week. You just can rely on them to show up and. And so you've always grown up with cricket, playing cricket.
Yeah, all the way through, mate. Yeah. Just So there's since 5 all the way all the way through. It was just that even through high school I filled in for the seconds all the way through high school. as well. It was school cricket wasn't on. I was playing second grade.
Yeah. And you've always been a wicket keeper bat?
No.
No?
No, it was a very late in the piece to take the gloves.
Really?
Yeah, it was 24, 25. I started keeping.
And did you bowl before that?
I chucked them. Yeah.
Or did you chuck some offies?
Oh, some offies. Yeah. I was I only started bowling spin at start of high school.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think I ever used to chuck it, but it's just creeped in. Just bowling, every season you bowl less and less and less.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I didn't know that. So what made you pick up the gloves that late?
Oh, playing a bit of indoor. That's where they stuck me because I wasn't really that's where they stuck me when I was playing for the Sharks team with in the Prems team there for playing indoor. I kept because everyone else really took up the other spots in the field, so I'll just keep. Yeah, so that's where that's where I pretty much picked it up from.
Right. Yeah.
So, that's doing that. Then with at the time when Nick Johnson was keeping at the Prems when he just started training to be a cop and everything, couldn't play every week, so just got chucked the gloves one day and away she went. It's just pretty natural, really.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like you've kept your whole life.
No.
So, that's a good skill to pick up that late, eh?
Yeah.
I think indoor was the first time that me and you probably crossed paths. I'm sure there was one year that me and another guy got billeted at your house.
It was at school, yeah. Dad reminded me of that too.
Yeah. Well, I only vaguely remember, like, we were put upstairs, there was like a room with a couple single beds, TV, maybe a PS2 or something like that. Yeah.
In Mats and Zev. Yeah,
that was a great setup. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a school exchange between St Bede's and Marlborough.
Yeah.
Was it during the winter? Or it wasn't especially indoor cricket trip, was it? Or was it meant to be outdoor and it was just rained the whole week?
Yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah,
sure
that sounds familiar.
I'm pretty sure it was. First, it was during the summer, then it was just turned up to...
Right.
It just turned into indoor cricket games for the week. It was pissed down with rain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, it's... that was... What, you're 11? You're 12?
Sounds about right, yeah.
At high school? Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you?
31.
31, yeah, that makes sense. I'm 32.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did you play indoor cricket for? Did you play that through high school?
Yeah, it was mostly towards the end of high school. And then I was just then got roped into the Friday night Premier comp with through played the season at How's That? It was called How's That at that point. Then shifted over to Action Sharks at Alderson Terrace.
Yeah. Was the Premier comp, because I know that, like, I enjoyed indoor cricket through school, but then I found that outside of school it was like real bogan, like it was a completely different crowd.
Oh, it is a different crowd. It's a different crowd, but it's at that Prems level it's a bit different again.
Right, yeah. I suspected that might be the case.
Yeah. Team at that point was my team was pretty good, so it was a couple of guys, a few guys from East at the time. Tim Paps was captain, Craig Stevens, then current, then you had Brendan Donkers as well.
Oh,
yeah. He it was a good side. Then we had Dutchy Fillon as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And when did you start playing like high levels of cricket? Did you play like age group Canterbury? I
played I was always one of the guys on just on the outside. I was either non-travelling reserve or just in that main 15 squad. Not quite. Yeah, I was put down the age group I was in, but but it's, that's is what it is. Kind of what was always but I've just looking. Yeah, you look back on it and go, just didn't score. Either didn't score enough or didn't show any other school, so I was pretty much in those teams just as a batsman. I wasn't scoring enough. What else?
Yeah.
You're a placeholder. Just in those main comps probably didn't quite score enough.
What number were you batting back then?
I was 3, 4, 5. Yeah. But 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I was just always on the outer on the under 17, under 19 level.
Yeah.
But did get a go when we used to have that last year at school. We did have that the Canterbury under 20s that played in the senior comp.
Oh yeah, Shannon Stewart was telling me about that the other day. Yeah.
So that was that's when played against Shannon Stewart when he was playing for Country. When Country used to be in the comp as well. So I got to early start playing Prems. So I used to play on that on a Sunday against the Prems teams.
Oh.
Yeah. So the under 20s were part of the senior comp, and so but they played their school cricket. They played for their schools on a Saturday, then they'll play Prems on a Sunday, and that club side wouldn't play on a Saturday. They'll play on the Sunday.
Oh. Yeah. That's an interesting way of doing it.
Mm. So I was part of the first squad of that, and we won the comp.
Was that the side with like Latham, Nichols?
Yeah. I managed. I was in that squad for the season, but managed to play about half the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like a stacked team, eh?
There's a few guys that have moved out of town that used to be. Well, if they stayed around, they should have been playing for Canterbury as well. There's a couple of guys like Arnie from Ugaraja. He's now living up north as well. He's a gun player too.
Yeah, that's
Henna's Matt Henry bowling it.
Yeah, that sounded like the competition would have been pretty strong at that point, eh?
Yes. So we won the one day comp. Then the next under 20s were around for 3 or 4 years. Then they actually won pretty much every season, about three in a row. They won They won the one day comp.
So why did they change that format? Why did they change the makeup of the teams?
Just to get so Canterbury Country was always involved in the one day comp. So that created 9 teams in the one days.
Yeah.
So I think from memory they brought in a Canterbury under 20 team, so there was no bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were around for 5, 6 years, I think. Then they dropped. Then Canterbury Country dropped off when I think Christchurch Metro got up and running. When they took over, when they separated from Canterbury Cricket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was always run by Canterbury Cricket. Hence why the under 20s were in there, and Country. So then Metro separated from Canterbury Cricket. So two different organisations now.
Right. Yeah. I see.
I think that's why those old suburban teams are now part of the Metro comp. Like you got your Heathcote, Sumner, Mirabel, Pat. They used to have their own organisation away from.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's that old. You ask any other guys the old suburban comp. So there's those smaller clubs. Yeah. Well, there's the clubs outside your main ones.
All right. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. That's interesting. And you played a bit of A's as well.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you do that for?
That was 2.5 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was saying earlier when I picked up the gloves, that gave me 2 out of the 3 things. So I was like, well, I can keep. Cool. Keaton is just at a good point where I was scoring some good runs at Prem level as well. So they brought me on board.
And so what age was that? Like 26, 27?
25, 26? Yeah.
Yeah.
Around this was after that first full season of having the gloves.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I feel like as a 25-year-old these days, they'd be like, you're too old. I feel like everyone in that A setup is,
pretty young.
Like straight out of school.
Yeah, they're pretty young. It was the same. It was the same when I was part of it.
Yeah.
Because it was same with Hampo hamper at the time. It was a game we played in Oamaru against Otago. I think me, Tim, and Davo, Michael Davison. I think we were the oldest in the team, and we're all 25.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 25, 26. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. How did you find your time in the A's?
It was good. Yeah. It was busy, very busy. You're pretty much on cricket 6 days a week. Yeah. Yeah. Early morning starts in the gym, then go to work, train in the afternoon, then go to club trainings Tuesday, Thursday as well. Yeah. It's full on, but that was a great experience though. Yeah.
Did you guys play more cricket back then for A's than they do these days, or?
I think we did. I think I had 6, 7 games over 2.5 years.
That's not much.
It's not much. It's not much, but it's more than what they're having now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not much at all, but the season before they had the trip to Aussie, which I just missed out on.
Oh damn.
Yeah. But Timmy went on that Hampo. Because I got picked up on the following season. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of training and a lot of work for 3 games a year.
Yeah,
but
it's just but if that's what you want to do, that's your way forward into the Canterbury side.
Yeah. Did you have any much success for the A's? Score any runs?
Yeah. Yeah, just got a couple of 50s and didn't really. Both occasions should have converted, but got myself out. So I was like, yeah.
Would you say that's like the highest level of cricket you've played, skill wise?
Skill wise, yes, yeah. It was we played a quite a good Otago team. Because we basically just played Otago.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was about it. And I think when the under-19 World Cup was on, played a game against West Indies. Yeah, as well. You and the under-19s were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did they have from
I think they
today's
had
players?
Shimron Hitmeyer, I think he was here.
Yeah.
He was a young fella. And Nicholas Pulran, I think.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised they haven't gone further in their careers, because when I first saw them come on the international scene, 21, 22, I'm like, these guys are fucking going.
Yeah.
But they just never... I don't know what they must have issues in the structure of West Indies cricket, because they've got serious talent.
It's absolute serious talent. I think it's just the allure of travelling the world and chasing the cash.
Yeah.
Chasing that white ball and not the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how comfortable did you feel? Did you feel like you could play the next level above A's? Do you think if you got a...
looking back now, I still need a lot of work. It's a lot of work mentally. That's all it is. That's all it is. Going from club cricket to A's to first class. It's just mental. That's just all it. It's because at the age that I was, there's no point reinventing the wheel. Got there. It's just the mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I was a young fella 18 years old in that environment, different story. I could probably reinvent myself to do change. It's easy to change when you're younger. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I've said it so many times. You see so many guys with all the talent in the world.
Yep.
But just the mental game's just not there.
Yeah, that's all it is. All it is. Yeah. It's because I always think wish I did this, wish I did that when I was playing, but it's just is what it is at the end of the day. You can't change the past. Yeah.
And it is such a tough game because especially as a batsman, right? If you're playing club cricket, you've got 7 days between each bat, and each bat you might be there for 1, 2, 3 balls, and you got to wait 7 days to try and rectify it.
And add to that, during the week you only got 15 minutes in the dark at training.
where I'm just trying to hit everything for 6
exactly.
and getting out about 30 times.
So that's what you're only there for 15, 20 minutes, probably 40 minutes total of batting during the week.
Oh, if you're lucky, yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
On something that's on a pitch that's probably seen better days. So, but you always try and get the most out of like this, because you always used to see how hard we work, because it's no matter how long we had, we made sure that 20 minutes was full on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and before your 15-minute bat, you try and tire yourself out before you hop in.
Yeah. Right. It's you think that they might need to change something to, like, to have more game time for the A's. Like, if you're only getting that fewer games, like, you almost need like a.
I think it just comes down to cash, mate. Just money.
Well, yeah, wasn't there a tournament like within the last year that all the other teams were there but Canterbury A weren't, and that was.
I think it was a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, due to funding,
Yeah, it's just funding.
That's
all it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously tough when you got to get all those guys to travel. It does cost money, but
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like you have an A squad, and then you have, I don't know, like invitational teams against them every now and then, or like from within Christchurch to reduce those costs, get the game time up.
I've got a pretty good one. I've always said, I don't know if you've heard me say it before. Why doesn't Christchurch have a Hawke Cup team?
Right.
Canberra Country do.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect way to get our town players more exposure to bat longer, bowl more than 8 overs. I've always thought about that. Yeah, they should get them more exposure.
Yeah, I guess the only thing would be is teams losing players for that weekend or those 4 weekends or whatever it is over the course.
Yeah, exactly. Canterbury Country. It gives a town player more exposure, because that A team and Canterbury team are mostly country players.
Yeah,
it's because they got more exposure to 3-day cricket, and that's that level between. That's probably Hawke Cups. What do you think? Hawke Cups probably an A level, just below.
I mean, coming from my zone when it was Marlborough, Nelson, Buller, Country, it's like you play Buller and the standards lowish. Couple of good players, but mostly they're scrambling to get numbers. Nelson, I mean, a good chunk of the good players, and then you go to Country and you're like, these guys are all fucking good. Yeah. So like the level is
that Country team is basically your A team, your Canterbury A team.
Well, like one of my first games from Marlborough, it was in Marlborough. It was like Kyle Jamieson, Henry Shipley, Fraser Sheet, Shannon Stewart. It was just Chamberlain. Yeah. It was just ridiculous, eh? Yeah. And I was just like, fuck. I faced like 4 balls from James, and I was like, I'm not going to score it right off him. Then next ball, glove to the keeper. Yeah. I was like, the coach goes, what happened there? I just go, just too good for me, mate. Yeah. But
just I've always liked the idea of just having a Christchurch team in that Hawke Cup comp.
Yeah.
Because it will just be that may not be. I always thought that may not be your A players, but it could be the best of your Prem players. That aren't quite getting a go in the A's. It gives them more. Well, if they want to forward themselves, it's the best way to. Best way to get himself involved.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
What's your view on like 2-day cricket here?
I think it's fine. They just need I don't mind. I know, just seeing the scores the last couple of seasons have been been pretty low, but excluding a few of the one-day scores I've seen this season, where it's a bit hotter, it's a bit flatter. But 2-day cricket, I think I've never quite liked the 60 over limit in the first innings. You play 2 days, you play 2 days.
Yeah.
You leave it open-ended. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, as a batsman, in that first innings, you're like, well, this is just a one-day game with a red ball, basically. Like, an extra 10 overs is...
It's a one-day game without fielding restrictions.
Yeah.
It's a bit stupid, I think. If you just bat... I think if you're not... As a bowling... If you're a bowling side, if you're not good enough to get bowl them out, that's what it is. And it's this once... Because you get a lot of outrights from teams. The teams that won outright probably shouldn't have deserved the outright because they got that limit and that 60 overs in that first innings. Yeah. If you quite understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one, right? Because that first innings doesn't really serve anyone much.
No.
I'd be happy to play white ball season.
Yeah. I know they're trying to forward the game on so you don't have teams batting a day and a half or a full day in the first day, then try to bowl a team out twice in one day. I think I think that was the idea of losing your batting points if you bat on after 60. So you can bat on after 60, you're allowed to, but you just lose your batting points.
Yeah, I didn't even realise that if you batted past, you don't get the first innings points either. If you went.
Has that changed?
Yeah, well, apparently, because definitely for our twos, because I was talking to Benny, I was like, "Is it worth batting past the 45?" And he goes, "Nah, because if you do, you don't get the first innings points."
I've always known that you lose your batting points, your bonus points.
Yeah.
You don't get any bonus points for that innings.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
it's different between the grades.
So if you score 190 out of 60 in 190 runs in 60 overs. That's only 1.9 points.
Yeah.
Bonus points. So it's like, well, might as well bat another 8 overs. Yeah. That's if you got enough wickets in hand, but bat another 8 overs. It's like you forego then you turn that, if you bat another 8 overs, you turn that into 2.5 points. But if you do that, you have to make sure you get the outright at the end.
Yeah.
To make up for it. Yeah. That's the game we used to play. When it first came in, there was a couple 2-day games where we batted past that 60 over mark. Then we really made sure we got the arrow at the end of it, make up for it.
I think something needs to change anyway with that. But so when did you do your first Achilles?
First one, left leg. 2018.
And that was at Burwood, eh?
That was at Burwood against Saints, yeah.
Running between the wickets.
Yeah. I was batting that time. Yeah, it was a bit of there's guys remind me all the time, especially the Saints guys, that I was like, I had to get off the park somehow because I was 3 off 25.
Fucking hell. Yeah, and I can't remember who was saying it. They said it just sounded like a gunshot.
Absolute gunshot, yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. It was, around to Aaron Johnson, the old Saints keeper. He was keeping at the time, he was up to the stumps. He said, I've never heard anything like it. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And you'd had no troubles with it before, anything like that?
No. You look back on it, you think I was like, well, was it those extra shuttle runs I did on the Thursday night, which I did do.
Right.
I really remember that on that Thursday night. But that's 2 days in between. It was like, well, and they just say Achilles when they want to go, they just go. It doesn't matter how much work or how much warm up you're doing, how much stretching you're doing. I could have overstretched.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And how was that the most pain you've experienced?
It's the most pain you'll experience in that 10 seconds.
Really?
For 10 seconds.
And then what, you just go into shock or something?
No, it's just it's kind of weird. It was both times, both legs, instant pain, worst thing ever. For like 10 seconds, then nothing, because there's that instant rip. Yeah, then it's nothing. Oh, it could be shock, probably is, but it could be shock and a bit of adrenaline. Yeah, a bit of adrenaline pumping around. So.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and they always say when you do one, be wary of the other, because you overcompensate on that leg for a year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. What was the recovery on that first one like, both physically and mentally?
Oh, that second one was harder, but the first one you kind of it did take a year. Then I had that whole rest of the season off. Then. Did I come back? Yeah, I came back late into winter training for the next season. Yeah, so I didn't have a season off in between.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's right then.
It was early in the season. I think I played 2 games. It was in that October. Yeah. A whole year to get it right again. Then it was, yeah. But it was definitely easier the first time round.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine the second time was pretty mentally taxing, right?
The second time just broke me. Yeah. I was just like, wasn't ready. Oh, no one's ready for it, but I knew I had to get it right before Henry was born. Because we'd be running around after him. Yeah.
But that must be so hard. Like, you've just got over the first one, then you just come back.
Had to play the season. I played 2 seasons. No, I played 2 seasons in between. Yeah, 2 seasons. Yeah.
And then bang.
Yeah.
The second one.
The second one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I remember that second one so vividly. It was fucking heartbreaking, and your old man was down there. And like,
yeah. That was the one. yeah. And it was just, it was at the end of that season. Called quits. Yeah, pull pin on full time.
And it's tough, right? Because like it's not only like the physical injury, but like the ability to get that trust in your body again. Like if you were to start,
I still don't. Yeah, the trust isn't there yet. Still, just because after doing them twice, then I had those little about to say mishaps, but little re-ruptures in between for both legs too. So I've done them. You can say I've done it 4 times. Both legs twice. Just the second time on both legs was just slight setbacks during recovery. Just probably just doing a bit too much, or because it was from the second one, torn it in the game. Got it. We didn't have surgery straight away. Was on a cast for 8 weeks, moon boot for another 6 weeks. Then end of January, got a bit too confident around because I was walking around home. Well, not quite, was on crutches, but I was able to take my moon boot off at the time, so it was that first week of having my moon boot off while sleeping. So got out of bed, got on the crutches, missed the crutch, and reactionary. You have to put your leg out to stop yourself, and I put out my bad leg, and just went again. Yeah, and that's when I had surgery straight away.
Jesus. Yes. So what's the decision making on the doctor's behalf if you have surgery, or was it just like the degree of the tear, or?
It's they always say it's the same recovery time, it's the same risk, it's up to you.
And what's typically more successful?
It's always stronger after surgery because they actually physically stitch it back together.
Right.
But then they do say you got a lot more work to get mobility back instead of just leaving it. Because because how they reset it is they point your toes like down, so the Achilles is short.
Right.
So And so and you leave your foot in a cast for 8-10 weeks, so and it just naturally comes back together.
Right, so it's recovering in its shortest range of motion.
Yeah.
And it's in that position for such a long period of time
it's awful. It's awful. Yeah.
Just be incredibly tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you get posed the option to leave it or to have surgery the first time around?
First time. They said to leave it, and because apparently the first time there was a little bit still hanging on.
Right.
So it was easier for it to come back together. That's probably why I didn't really have too many issues the first time around. I was able to get back running ahead of schedule. Yeah, but the second time was a full rupture. And it retracted up my leg. Yeah. So the whole calf muscle retracted up to my knee, everything went up. And,
oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, I should see the scans, yeah. That's why they had to, when I did have surgery on it, they had to, they ended up cutting up my calf to actually find it and pull it down.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's brutal, eh?
Yeah, they pull it down and redo the fascia around the muscle. And
so are there any other issues like ongoing, like further up the leg from that, or?
Oh, it's just strength.
Right.
Strength and got a pretty I must have my good. I must have my good looking calves.
Fuck. So, do you have any desires to remain in cricket to any degree, like coaching, anything along those lines?
Yeah, especially with Henry. Yeah, I was up to him though, but I've got to try him out with everything. So I've already got him into soccer, so he's not even 2 yet.
Nice.
Yeah, just get him involved in team sport.
Yeah.
I don't really mind what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he loving that?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah, he's just getting the hang of it now. It's been 5 weeks, 6 weeks. 6 weeks of it now. He's just getting the hang of it now. He's just a little bit older. He's learning every time, so he's following. He's quite good at following instructions now, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's every half an hour on a Saturday morning.
And that's at 2 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't even think they ran team sports that young, eh? Or like...
it's more like games and balls, because it's not really actual game. You don't play a game of soccer.
Yeah.
It's just like they just play little games.
That's pretty sweet.
Half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Much better than cricket. Like, imagine getting a kid into cricket and being like...
Oh, I think you have to be a bit older. Yeah.
That must be punishing for parents between like the age of like 5 and 15. You're like, this is tough watching.
No, I bought him a little signature bat, little bat, but it's a weapon. It's a weapon at that age. So I was like, we'll put that away. Yeah.
You got to raise him as a bowler, I reckon, because then you can just get him to bowl to you in the nets and you can just pump him. Not a bat. Yeah. Don't get him to be a batsman, because then you're stuck on throwdowns. But a bowler, then you get automatic unlimited throwdowns yourself.
No, if you bat, that's where the money is, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good time to be a cricketer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I always think about like the guys who like just missed out on like IPL and stuff like that, like your Nathan Astles and like that must be hard, eh? Like to see all these guys killing it and you probably
that's why probably most of them are coaching.
Wow, yeah, be good money in that in the IPL, wouldn't
that's why most of them are probably. Well, you can probably name a bloody old black caps team. They're all coaches around the world.
Yeah, the Kiwis seem to do quite well in the country. Coaching front, eh? Yeah, Vittori, Bond, Fleming, McCallum.
Yeah, the list will be longer too.
Patel. Yeah. Long, yeah.
Yep.
It's a lot. But yeah, sure, yeah. You can't retire from cricket at 30, I don't reckon. You'll be back.
Oh, we'll try and squeeze in a few games, but it's Yeah, well, yeah, it's always hard when it gets ended for you, like through injury.
Yeah.
That's the most hardest things. It's like you got that. I just wanted to end it on my own terms, like where I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to actually seeing everyone else do it through the years. It's just like you actually know you're done, but having an injury stop it. It's a bit, it's just it's a bit hard mentally.
Yeah.
You just you just want to walk off on your own steam. Yeah.
That's why I felt bad for like Neil Wagner. Right? I was like, you got to give him the send off. You got to give him his last test.
Yeah.
Like he deserves it.
Don't know why they picked Kogalon at all.
No, and then what I thought when O'Rourke went down, I was like, oh, they might
surely
give it to him at Hagley. I'm like, Ben Sears is going to play plenty of cricket for New Zealand, but you'd think
it's just hard because he didn't. If Wagner, he had to have played that first game. They couldn't have just. But I don't know what the media was going on about because everyone said he retired on the spot. I was like, no, he retired after the series. He's still.
And he only retired because they said he wasn't going to play.
Yeah, exactly. He actually physically said, I'm going to retire after the Australian series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why pick him in the squad if you're going to tell him that he's not going to play anyway?
I don't get it. There's a lot of politics happening around at the moment.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know the backstory behind all that, eh?
It would be. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just... so how have you found your time away from cricket since being forced away?
Mate, it's been busy. It's been pretty more busy than I thought. Yeah. It's works great. But Henry's definitely if you I probably didn't think how busy I would have been with Henry, because he was quite, we went through a patch there where he was quite sick he was quite sick with his eczema and everything, but we've got on top of that now, so we know how to treat that, got all the right stuff on board. It was a bit of a trial and error through all the different creams, and it was very, very busy with that.
Was it just like extreme, like all over the body and causing him just constant discomfort? Yeah. Especially
when he was so young, he couldn't express how bad it was. You could tell, but it was through trial and error, just getting him right with the doctors and getting the right stuff on him.
It's got to be tough as a parent, right? Like seeing your boy in discomfort and not having the tools to help him, and just being like, fuck.
I finally got the right recipe. He's right now, so just you're only dealing with bits and spots, and they deal with it, and they're gone overnight.
Right.
Yeah.
So is eczema is that a lifetime thing that you have, or is it like
it will be.
So you just got to manage it.
Just got to manage it. Yeah. But he always will get better through time. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good. And I guess at least it's not something more complicated and.
It's either asthma or eczema with kids.
Right. Yeah.
It was eczema this time around.
Right. Did you have asthma or eczema as a kid?
I had asthma.
Right.
Yeah. So it always will be something.
Yeah. And did you grow out of your asthma?
Yeah, he will grow out of it, but there will be bits and pieces at times, so we'll have to treat it. Yeah, it's a definitely a different life outside of cricket, and it's all that the weight off his shoulder, not chasing leather every Saturday. Yeah, but you always miss. I was like, just thinking about the other day. You always miss the beer after. That's Like you miss the banter, you miss the beer after the game, and that's the first thing you always miss.
Yeah, well, I mean, even like looking at our squad now, there's probably not too many of them you would have actually played with now left in the shed, eh?
No, there won't be. It's just yourself, Hampo. Oh, there's Kenny and Leo when they're around. So there's Jed was always floating around different clubs.
Yeah. I was surprised how easily we got Hams out of retirement for a couple of games.
Yeah, that was pretty easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His arm was even twist his arm, or
I think he must be lining up for a full season next year. I don't know. But yeah, it's bloody good to have those boys around. But
yeah.
What's some of your fondest cricket memories?
Fondest memories. Probably this one of just 2014 where we won the won nationals. Yeah, it was when when the old nationals for the one day comp was around. It was all organised by New Zealand Cricket. Yeah,
it was a great thing to play for, you know, because like every team in every region had a big cherry at the end.
Yeah, for the one day comp, especially not the not with the T20. Are they still doing it now?
I don't think so. Are they?
They've canned it.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah, we went up. Well, East Shirley as a whole was probably one of the most successful clubs in the country. We've won nationals. Can't remember now, but it's probably around 6 or 7 times.
Oh Jesus, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you look in the trophy cabinet down the club rooms, you'll have all the past winners and the old trophies. And
when did that comp start?
Oh, it was years and years ago. Yeah, don't quote me on it, but I think it was around the 80s or something, 90s.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't been around. I don't think it's been around the whole time I've been at the club. No,
it's one of the last ones was when 2016, 17, around there somewhere. Yeah, but it was we were lucky enough to win the one day comp here in 2013, 14. Then on a net run rate technicality made the final and won the final. We ended up third, but they did a recount and most of the boys were gearing up for a night out. Yeah, on a recount on the net run rates, we managed to squeak into the final and beat a very strong Eastern Suburbs team in Wellington. They didn't lose a game all week, and we managed to bowl them out for 140 odd in the final. Then we just scraped by 8 down, 9 down.
That's so good.
It's where Benny Hanimal love hearing this. He was 45 not out at the end of the game. Pulled the winning runs for 4. Everyone screaming onto the field.
Oh, that would be mad.
Jetty was next in, last man. He was just absolutely packing himself.
What was the format of that? How many games?
Hours.
Yeah, and how many games did you play?
6 games.
So it was like a full week?
Every day. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And that was all funded by New Zealand Cricket?
Yeah, and it was always held at Cornwall Park in Auckland. Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome, eh? I'm sure you could, like, even if there is a lack of funding, I'm sure you could run that these days and, like, you know, there's a little bit of funding from New Zealand Cricket and then you fundraise.
Cornwall tried to do it themselves with the after that stopped, they tried to do it with the T20 comp, but Cornwall tried to do it themselves, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
But that was only like you played 2 games a day. It was only like 3 or 4 days you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what, they just couldn't get the numbers?
Maybe. Not sure.
Yeah. That just seems too good to throw something like that away, because
Oh,
it just
there's
adds.
There's a lot of history behind that comp.
Yeah. It just adds so much more like value to the
Yeah.
one day comp or whatever it is, you know.
Right, I've probably got a photo of it somewhere. The photo of the so yeah, because a big trophy. You'll see East Shirley plastered all over the national comp title. Yeah, like year after year. Yeah,
And that's fucking impressive to be like the best club team in New Zealand, you know.
Yeah.
To walk away and say that.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool thing, and obviously it's going to be a fond memory for you and all the boys part of that.
I think currently there would have been Hamsy, Hampo, myself, and Leo and Ken.
Dutchie?
Was he there? Yes, he was there. Dutchie was there too.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, Dutch. Yeah.
No, that's wicked.
It was they had Broomy and Pepsi playing. Yeah, Darren and Tim, and a few of the older fellas. Yeah, that's when Nev was back coaching. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good team.
Yeah, there has been some strong East Shirley teams over the years.
Yeah.
Some good players. Were there many Black Caps playing in those club teams for that time? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So there's Jeet Raval was playing for Suburbs, New Lynn, one of the Auckland teams. It was old Michael Bates, left armour, left arm quick.
Yeah.
There's a few guys on the fringe that you got, like for the Albion team. There was Mark Craig and Nick Beard, the spinners.
What happened to Nick Beard? Did he retire at like 26 or 7 or something?
I think so. Yeah.
He was doing quite well.
Yeah, the left arm offie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always weird when like these guys just sort of disappear off the radar like that when they're doing all right.
Yeah. That was the last time. That was the last time I actually bowled and over as well at Nationals. It was that Nationals.
How did that over go?
Oh, I broke the partnership there almost. We got the game against Albion. Broke the partnership, then won the game after that. It was great. One over miracle.
Just the golden elbow. The golden elbow.
Yeah. It was all in playing at Cornwall Park was always fun on number 3. Got shorter boundaries than our number 2.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, straight or square?
Straight.
Jesus.
That's why you always hear us say, hit it over the chimney, because there was a big old chimney at the end of the number 3 ground up at Cornwall, and the boundary was 28 metres. The 30-metre circle went past the boundary. I'm not kidding.
Were there some huge runs scored there, or
Absolutely.
What? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jesus. Just be throwing your hands through everything, eh? Just whoosh.
Yeah, and I was one of the guys that got caught on the boundary.
Oh, that's punishing. Fucking hell.
Absolutely towed it. Couldn't get it past 25 metres. Yeah, that's why you always those little sayings you would heard around the club have always originated from Auckland.
Right.
Because he used to call there was Power Man. He always had power necklaces. He's always hanging around the national comp tournament. That's why we used to call Benny Hannon Power Man, because he had a little power earring. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah, need to bring that back for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Got any other stories you want to share?
Any other stories? Probably not for camera.
The other ones I want to hear.
Yeah. But there's always it was such a good time. Probably another good one was my only Prem's 100. That was always good.
You only got the one?
Only the one, yeah.
That was...
A lot of 90s.
Right. Yeah.
Like, a lot of 90s, but yeah.
Was it against Burnside?
Yeah, Burnside, yeah.
Yeah, I was playing twos that day, I remember hearing. Was that one day in?
No, it was a 2-day.
2-day.
2-day, yeah. Yeah, we're not many for about 4 or 5 down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What number were you battling that day?
I was in at 3 then. Don't know why Leo came in down the order, but he did.
Protecting himself.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, that was good on 125 that day. Yeah.
Nice. Who'd you bet most of the time with?
Oh, Leo.
Leo.
Yeah. You were put on about 180, something like that, yeah. He got 80 very quickly.
Right.
But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Broomy came in after that.
Wait, was that in your 100th game as well?
No.
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 Why did I feel like it was in your 100th game?
No, that was Goldie.
Oh,
No, he was Goldie? No. No, not sure. No, 100th game I only got bowled for 8.
So how many Prems games are you sitting on, do you know?
Oh, I know we're including T20s now, so it's probably just under 150. I think around there somewhere, 140. Yeah.
It's a lot,
Yeah,
eh?
but all in all, probably close to 200 playing for all teams.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was that double ton you scored for 2? Is that your high score?
Adult cricket, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
adult cricket.
What's your high score in junior?
233.
233. Who was that against?
That was at school when I was year 9. Yeah.
For like a year 9 team?
Year 9 team, yeah, where it's all mixed teams.
How good.
Yeah.
In a 50 over game?
I think it was 40 over the games back then.
He scored 233.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's nice.
That backfield at Stack. Artificial.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I should sit on adult cricket. Let's keep it separate. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the double ton for the for the 2s on Brewer 2 there. That was a good day. Yeah.
That was real nice.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Wait, were you not out?
Yeah, I was not
and
out,
then
yeah.
you went and played Prems. So you could have kept going, right?
Yeah, because we batted on.
Yeah, we did bat on.
Yeah, you batted on.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, nah, you gotta keep on playing. You gotta push to 300.
There was still how many overs left? About
I feel like
15,
heaps.
16 overs
Yeah,
left.
the triple was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially on Burwood too.
Because we're only because we batted second, then we bowled at Lancaster Park for about 190, and we got through about 40 odd overs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Then we only batted another 45, 48 overs ourselves. I was on 200. Yeah. So we had another probably 13 overs left year before the 60 over mark.
Oh, you should have told Groats, no. I'm playing 2s, mate.
I didn't even bat for Prems that day too.
I didn't. Oh, that's even worse.
Because they needed me to take the gloves.
Oh, nah.
I think I was batting 8.
Nah. You just gotta say nah, mate.
Yeah.
We all should have just been like, nah. He's tripling up. Yeah. Those are the days you play for.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Don't think there was anything. It's T20 trophies were won. The only one that I didn't win in the time playing Prems was the 2-day comp. Always eluded me. Yeah.
When was the last time East won that?
I think it was like before I came on board, probably so like maybe 2009, 2010, just before I came on board. Just at at the end of high school.
That's a big gap, isn't it?
Yeah.
When was the most recent one day in T20 titles?
T20 would have been that a couple of years ago. I think it was.
Oh yeah.
The game was at Hagley.
Yeah.
Against Burnside.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom McCurry playing then. Yeah, so we won that one. I was on the sideline with my leg that year. So that was only, I'll say 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
5 maybe? 4.5. Yeah. Then there's a few other T20 titles before that as well. They were good.
What about the last one day title?
That was 2014. Yeah. Yeah, it was, 2014. We won that one then. Won nationals.
Mm.
Yeah, they were in the last time.
Got to get back on that then.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, bloody good. Thanks for coming on, Teale.
All good, mate.
Thanks for sharing some stories.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Been no, thanks for having me. But it's a bit thought I'd do this, but it's a bit more cathartic. Get some stuff off my chest.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Just going to full therapy session.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.